Vanessa gang, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do a little story time of why I think you shouldn't go to Panda Express and why I no longer work there. But before I get into the video, make sure you like and comment Nessa gang, because Nessa gang is the littlest gang of all gangs. By the way, I look crazy because y'all gonna get ready with me, obviously. So yeah, this is how I would look if I was bald-headed. Don't get me wrong, I got hair. Go watch the why I cut my hair video and then I'll explain why I don't wear my natural hair out and all of that stuff. But to start off this video, I have to give out my 2 shout outs, and those shout outs go to @allaboutnikki and Aileen_Cali Extra. Congratulations guys. If y'all are wondering how you get a shout out, all you have to do is 1, like this picture, and 2, go to my Instagram, the last post, type gang, letter by letter, G-A-N-G, and I'll screenshot it and post you. The first 2 people that I see on that post that says gang, letter by letter, without getting interrupted, gets a shout out. But anyways, let's get into the video. Every time I do a story time or something, I always write down all the details and stuff so I don't leave anything out. Just a disclaimer, I'm not bashing Panda Express. I'm just giving you guys my experience. What you guys do with it after is none of my business. But anyways, I'm about to spill the tea. So like I said, I worked at Panda Express for 2.5 years, right? Worst 2.5 years of my life. Before I started working at Panda Express, it was my favorite like Chinese place. And if you guys ever worked at Panda Express, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you guys the pros and then I'm gonna tell you guys the cons. I first started working at Panda Express, I think October of 2006, and dang, my eyebrows about to come out ugly. The first week was just crazy, okay, because you have to learn so much. They expect you to learn so much. There's always something that you could be doing, literally. But anyways, they have codes for all the food. Like, you have to learn the codes for every food because you have to mark it down, so by the time it gets to the register, you know what they have without them opening the food and it getting cold, you feel me? The freaking assistant manager was so freaking strict and mean, and she barely knew how to speak English. But anyways, she was something else. So I was having a hard time. The first 2 days were only like 4 and then 6 hours, I think. But I ain't never work hard up until that day. Those 2 days were so hard working. Like, it took so much energy out of me. I got home, I was so exhausted. I was hurting, I was in pain, I was sore. Actually, after the first day, I was like super sore. He's like, oh, you don't have to come in tomorrow. And I was like, thank Jesus. That was a crazy experience. The assistant manager was working the second time. She's like, you don't know the codes already? And I'm like, dude, there's like 30 dishes on this table. I just started 2 days ago. What do you mean? She's like, memorize it and then we'll get into a rush and it's just me and her. I don't know why they would do that. I worked in like a mall, so it wasn't really big, but during rush hour it got crazy. And I don't know if they was trying to preserve hours or whatever, but it was just me and her working. I would be helping her on the line serving food, and then I would have to run to the register and type in the stuff. She would get mad at me. I'd be like, oh, what is this one? And she'd be like, oh, you don't know, and she'll just keep handing them to me, and I'm like, I don't know. What is the damn codes? Tell me the codes. She was just being difficult and getting mad. She was very impatient. And the other employees that were like my age, they were trying to help me. They was writing the codes down on a piece of paper and then ripping it and putting it by the entree so that I would remember it. And she snatched them off and she's like, no, she needs to memorize them. They're like, this is how you memorize them. She's like, no, you need to learn your own way. Look, this is this is that. This is beef, this is chicken, this is, I'm like, you cannot tell her nothing. You can't tell her no because she doesn't care. And I got tired of her catching an attitude with me because I didn't know the codes. So I just ended up going home and really trying to learn, putting my all into learning these damn codes. By the 3rd time that I went in, I knew all the goddamn codes. But anyways, Panda Express got really good benefits. They got the 401k, and I didn't really take advantage of the other because I was always not interested in Panda because it just got to too much. But anyways, they got really great benefits, and I was such a great worker and I was very fast that I moved up to PIC quick. PIC means person in charge, so it's like a regular employee, and then it's the PIC, and then it's the assistant manager, and then it's the manager. Each position you go up $1. Every 6 months when they do your review, you get like cents. But anyways, I moved up fast. I think I was PIC in 4 months. I kind of thank that assistant manager because she made me fast. I ended up learning a lot quickly just so I can get her to shut up. My eyebrows are looking really bad right now. Let me finish my eyebrows and then I'll continue to tell the story. Some of the pros were you get to eat for free. All your meals was paid for. You get to sample, so you're never really actually hungry because you could just take a little toothpick and go to the back and taste you some food. But that could be a con because if you keep eating and eating and eating, you're going to gain weight. Duh. The schedules were made weekly, so that could be a good thing and a bad thing. So it's not really set. You have some leg room if you ever need a day off. Getting days off were actually easy, but that just depends on the store how strict they were. But for the most part, it's easy. It just wasn't easy for me because when I worked, I always wanted to work the full day, like a whole 10 to 12 hour shift, because I would rather work 3 days versus working 5 to 6 days a week. So if I needed a day off, it was really hard because I would need 2 people to cover my shift. But they pay really good, which might lure you in. Most of them start off paying you $10 an hour, and then you get a raise every 6 months. And like I said, dang, I'm supposed to be getting ready. It's really easy to move up. They even wanted me to be the assistant manager, but I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't care how much you guys pay me, not doing it. After you work here, I promise you, you could work anywhere. After you work here under this type of stress level, you're good anywhere else. Let's get into the cons. Why don't we? Okay, so I've been to 3 places. So for all the people who worked at Panda Express, like she's lying or it depends and this, that, the third, you're right. It does depend on where you work because not all of them are the same. But I've been to 3 to 4 different places and they were a freaking mess. Super unorganized and inconsistent. The hours, schedules, there's always something wrong with it. Like, dude, you didn't give me enough hours. You gave this person that just started more hours. This person doesn't even do anything. In every store that I went to, there was always freaking favoritism. Some of them are not very good on discipline. Like my first job, the manager didn't really believe in getting write-ups and all of that stuff. I don't know what his theory behind it was. I don't remember, but he wasn't a big fan. Then the second job, that manager, he didn't like to get involved. Like, he's the manager, and then if you had a problem, he'll be like, go talk to that person. What do you want me to do? You do it type stuff. And I'm just like, dude, you're the manager. By the time my second location job started to enforce it because it got out of hand, it was too late. Everybody was already used to doing what they were doing. So of course everybody was catching an attitude and really pissed once they started getting write-ups. Everybody wanted to quit, and everybody is usually younger, a teenager or in their early 20s. But anyways, I just want to say shout out to all the people that I worked with. Like, what's up with it too? I know you're here because you're being nosy, but whatever. I really hated the fact that everybody was so fake because they were so young. There was always so much drama going on. This person said that you're a really slow worker. This person said that they can cook faster than you. This person said that you suck at cleaning. It was a lot of that going on. But anyways, I know I told y'all that they give you a raise and stuff like that, you move up fast, but Panda Express is really cheap with it. You could work your butt off and yeah, you'll get a raise. But remember I said if it's just your 6-month review and you're gonna get a raise, it's only gonna be cents. They'll try to play you and they'll only give you like 5 cents. I'll be putting in all this work, get 5-10 cents, and this other person got a whole 55 cents. I don't even want to get on that, but anyways, they're so cheap with their money. And another con, like I said, there's always something to do every second. You can't get a freaking break. If you're not dealing with customers, if there's no customers for 3 hours, okay, you better grab a broom, start sweeping. You're done sweeping the whole entire store, start mopping, start deep cleaning, get in the little cracks that nobody cares about, start cleaning the windows. Oh, you done with that? Take out the trash. Oh, there's a spot on the trash can, scrub it. Everything you have to do by yourself, and then it's in a timely manner, so you have to clean it. I don't even remember how frequently. I think it's like every 15 to 20 minutes you have to check the lobby if there's a lobby. Oh my god, it's the worst. If you're done with that, then you know, if I'm a PIC, there's computer work to be done. And then on top of that, I have to make sure I'm watching everybody because I'm the person in charge, which is why I kind of limited myself because I was supposed to learn like a couple entrees. They always want to teach me stuff and I'd be like, nope, my job is already hard, and then they're gonna expect me to do stuff. They start getting lazy. On top of that, the food is just so unhealthy, guys. Like, it has so much sugar and salt and vinegar. It's just drowned with that. It's really disgusting when you have to make the sauces and stuff. On the days that we would get visits, like the higher people come to the store and stuff, the week before we would go into like deep cleaning mode. Everybody would come in, get more hours, but the more people, the less they work, and it's so annoying because I know what I gotta do and everybody else acts like they don't know what they gotta do. But whatever, that's besides the point. When the bigger people come, they always criticize you. They are so freaking picky, dude. It could be the best store ever and they will still find something to complain about. Everybody's doing everything correct, everybody's dressed nicely, everybody's hair is brushed, teeth brushed, hairline on fleek, all of that stuff, and they will still complain. This is a white wall. They will take a white glove and go like this. Did I get makeup on it? And if it's dirty, they be like, oh my gosh, you suck, type stuff. And not to toot my horn, but I was working really fast this day. Like, I know the faster that I work and get stuff done, the faster that I leave. When you work at Panda Express, you're not going home until everything is done. It's really up to you. Like I said, I used to work those long hours. Shoot, I was on it. So I was working really hard this one day, doing the most, like cleaning, great. The lady pulls me over and she's like, Vanessa, I see you're doing good and all, but you're not wiping the table right. And then you're not fast enough. You've been out here for 2 minutes. And within 2 minutes, everything could fall apart. You didn't even check over to see if your workers are working right, and you're not even glancing over. Before you do anything, you have to check in with everybody else and make sure they're doing everything correctly before you step away and blah blah blah. And I'm like, it's okay, they only had 2 customers by that time anyway. Girl, that's doing the most. Real quick, shout out to Villain Lashes. They sent me this big old package with lashes. Like, look, they're not just regular lashes. These are the good lashes that you can't find at the beauty store. Look at them bad boys. But anyways, what was I talking about? I was one of the best cleaners. If not the best, I was the freaking best. They had the audacity to be like, okay, everything's good, check, check, check. Oh, Vanessa, you didn't get underneath it. Like, you have to wash underneath the steam table. Oh, look, there's one hard rice right there. Where? Right there. The smallest rice ever. They're like, I think you're okay, but that's it. And you want to raise? Hold up real quick. When we used to get the HR and hire people to come in, we would work and deep clean for hours. What is in my eye? Like, I kid y'all not, the latest that I've been there was probably 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, which is ridiculous. We close at 9 p.m. Why are we there until 3 in the morning? That's how dirty the store was, because people kept giving attitude because it was too late. They wasn't on top of it. So by the time I transferred and stuff, that's when they started wanting to be on top of it. I was getting sexually assaulted. They were just trying to be fresh with me. It was some weird effed up situations that I was getting put in, that if I was to speak up about it, it probably would have went left real quick. So I was getting paid. I was just worried about trying to get a car and all that stuff, so I just ignored it. So I'm gonna call this worker Rico Suave. From other stories, he would try to get fresh with everybody in there, all the girls. He would try to cop a feel, spit some game, cop a kiss or whatever. He was Hispanic, so he would use that to his best advantage. Hispanics, when they greet each other, they hug each other and give each other like a kiss on the cheek. He would do that, but he would really want like a kiss on the cheek. If you're meeting people, you don't really actually kiss their goddamn cheek. At the time, Lil Rico Suave used to give me rides home because I didn't have a car at the time. He wasn't the assistant manager, but he was like claiming that because he was always putting in a lot of work or whatever. But he would take me home and he would be fresh, trying to chill with me outside of work. Even offered for me to stay at his house one time. Like, hey, it's dark there. You don't have to wake your parents up or anything. Like, you could just come chill at my house. And like, he would do stupid stuff like that. And like, if I leaned for a hug, like, you know, to say bye, like, thank you for the ride, but I'm going inside. Don't just try to be nice to me because you're trying to get some. I hope that that's not what you're trying to do. Girls, if somebody's doing something and they're being extra nice to you, every favor comes with a price, okay? I don't care what anybody says. But dudes being super duper generous and nice to you, run. Tell them no thank you. But anyways, he would like try to lean for a kiss or something, and I'd be like, like trying to dodge a bullet, like no. One time I went to go take the boxes out, so I have a whole bunch of boxes like this, and I'm carrying them, and then I bump into the freaking door. The boxes hit my lips, so I was like, And he was like, oh, what's going on? I was like, oh, I'm good. He's like, oh, for real? Let me see. Are you okay? Are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm okay. Like, it's fine. My mama ain't raised no. Okay? So he put his boxes down to look, and he's like, and I was like, no, it's good. Like, I'm trying to move him. He's like, and I was like, oh no. What are you doing, baby? No. And I moved out back there. I said, no, it's good, it's good. So I grabbed my boxes. I'm filming.
Oh, I interrupted.
Yeah, tell him what's up.
What did it do?
I'm dead.
That's the gang.
So I like quickly dodged it. I like dropped down or something. I don't know. I tried to not make it awkward because, like I said, he was still giving me rides and stuff. I didn't want it to be awkward at all because I have to work with him every day. We got back inside and he was like, hey, do you need a ride? Like every day for like a couple weeks. He's like, do you need a ride? Or do you want so-and-so to give you a ride? Ooh, very childish. Because so-and-so had also tried something with me and I was like trying to avoid that person because we got into a lot of weird situations. So I was like, no. He's like, okay, well, if you don't have a ride, you don't even have to ask me. Like, I'll take you, no problem. So I'd just be like, okay. Like, he was a little too fresh. But anyways, like, he would do stupid stuff like that. There's a ladder. He'll be on the ladder when I go up and be like looking up, like to try to make sure I'm okay. When I'm coming down, he'd be like, okay, I'm gonna grab you, I'm gonna make sure that everything's okay. Too touchy-feely. Grabbing me around my waist, stuff like that just make me feel so uncomfortable. Dudes in general, they just make me feel so uncomfortable. But yeah, so like he was a pervert, and then I ended up figuring out that him and some other freaking employees had some history. So it just made me even more cringy, like, ugh. Okay, so I was gonna tell this story, and I know you're probably watching, but all freaking well, I'm going to tell the freaking story. So when I had started going to this location, all the people kept trying to get me to go out, like, hey, it'll be fun, come out with us. And I've never been a really social person. I work so much, so where do I fit friends in? And then I don't know you guys, like, you guys are just my coworkers. I don't want to get that mixed up. I don't want to add y'all on Snapchat, because if I lie to y'all and tell y'all I'm sick when I'm really out here trying to party or got a hangover, I don't want y'all to know, you know? But I would not be interested, and they would insist, like, come on, or like, how you getting home? Like, we're your ride and we're going out. So I ended up getting caught up going out with them. I think we went bowling or something. I ended up going bowling or whatever, and it was like getting fresh, and everybody tried to give me a ride, trying to see what's going on with Vanessa. So I ended up letting this first dude, not Rico Suave, we're gonna call this dude, let's call this person James. So James was like, let's just say James was the better looking one out of all of them. He would try to talk to me, but I would be like swerving, like, I don't know nothing about you, I just started, I'm not looking for nothing, I don't even want a friend, you feel me? But anyways, James would actually give me rides because, I don't know, he was just being really generous and stuff, and he'd be like, hey, let's really go out somewhere. And I'd be like, no, like, I got this. I would make stuff up. But he would give me rides, and every ride, it was always the same thing. And then this one night, it was like one of the late nights that we ended up staying to clean or whatever, and he was taking me home. It was late, but it was early compared to what we usually stay. So I think it was only like 1 in the morning or whatever. And he was like, let's go out. So I was like, nah, like, I'm not interested. He had the audacity. He was like, so I was just thinking, I'm over here being really nice and generous and, you know, taking you home, not even asking for gas money. I don't want your gas money, and you can't even go out or like chill with me. Like, I'm cool people. Like, I just think that that's messed up and that's grimy and da-da-da. And I was like, me being the person I am, like, I feel bad, and a lot of my friends get on me because of that. They're like, you need to stop feeling bad and stuff. So I was like, you know what, fine. He's like, just come to my house, we could watch some TV, we could watch a movie or something, just chill, have good vibes and stuff. I'm a cool friend, I just want to be your friend. And I was like, okay, fine. He was giving me rides, so I was like, fuck it. Which, by the way, this was my first time ever going into a guy's house. I never been to a dude's house besides my ex's, so it was just like all new for me. But anyways, I get there, everybody's asleep, I guess. It's like 1 in the morning. But I was like, Vanessa, quit being a punk, because I never went out or anything. I was like, what's the odds that something's going to happen? So I went, I'm going in there, and like, it's just his room. He don't got no chairs or nothing. It's just like this big bed, and I'm like, okay. There's a living room, dude. There's a living room with a TV, but he decides, no, let's go in the room. That's 2 red flags. 1, it's 1 in the morning. 2, it's in the room. So I sit all the way in the corner by the wall. He sits on the other side.